Everybody wants some blast of magic, 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 magic. I got the magic in me.
Welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. It's Wednesday, time for the next all-new Magician 101, the show for all magicians. We have a lot of great questions this week. Let's dive right into them. We're going to remember to post your questions down below for next week. I'll give them an answer. Ryan Harding has the first question. It's actually a comment, something we talked about last week. And Ryan Harding has this to say. I received a chocolate coin about 2 weeks ago, and it's very good. Pun intended. It will go over great when someone asks to see a trick on the fly. I say that if you have any thought in your mind of getting it, get it! You have a very good taste. Again, pun intended. Had to read that. I don't usually read those kind of comments, but it's very fun. Very funny comment. Good job, Ryan. But yes, so I love seeing those comments too, by the way. So keep those coming as well, where magicians help out other magicians. I just love seeing that. Especially when people are like, yeah, I have this trick that you talked about, and I love it because, it's great. I love seeing that. So keep those coming as well. All right, the first question this week goes to Mr. Tadpole221. He asked this last week, and I skipped over it by mistake. So I'm going to answer it this week. He said, whatever happened to your street magic backdrop? We haven't seen it in a while. All right, it is still up. The wall is still up. I used to film Talk is Right in front of it, but I stopped doing the Talk is Right. So I'm hoping that it'll make its return very soon. Maybe I'll do the new Tuesday show in front of the street magic backdrop. I don't know. I'm still trying to work out what the Tuesday show is going to be. And by the way, you can, in the comments of this video or in the announcement video about the Tuesday show, you can post what you think the new Tuesday show should be. And I'll leave a link to the announcement video for the Tuesday show down below, and you can check out all the official rules on what you have to do and what I'm looking for. So I'll leave that in the description down below. All right, I'm going to try to pronounce this last name. I may butcher it. If I do, I'm sorry. Al Valleda has the next question. Good to see you on the show. I love when I see new names pop up on my trick questions and this show. I love it. All right, and Al's question is, hey, Bob, how do you like E2 or Extractor 2? All right, so E2 it's called Extractor 2 is the actual name, and it's a utility gimmick that allows you to extract a selected playing card from a deck of cards and make it appear in some random location, like in your pocket, in a woman's pocketbook. So it's basically the card to impossible location. It's a way to do it, but you can have it in a random location. Instead of having it go like in a box, like David Regal's Clarity Box, you can have it go to a random location, like a woman's purse. I don't own the trick, but from what I've seen on the demo videos that like Magic Geek has posted and some of the other videos I've seen online of it, it looks like a very cool magic trick. It's something that I may want to get at some point, maybe to add to my shows. I don't know if, if that would ever happen or not, if I'd ever get that trick. But if you never know, one day I just might. So we'll see what happens. But it does look like a very awesome trick. And if you're thinking about getting it, I think you should, because I think it looks really cool. So, all right, Lumos Magic, final question says, can you do a video of your favorite tricks? Example, my magic collection. All right, I do have my entire magic collection on this YouTube channel. Just search magic collection and you'll find it right there. I did a whole hour-long video of it. But I will not do a video of my favorite tricks because I'm going to tell you what they are right here in this video. I have 5 favorite magic tricks that I think I just love performing the most. And they give me the most joy to perform. And when I know they're coming up next in my show, I get a big smile on my face when I do them. These are in no particular order, but my favorite card trick is Chris Ballinger's Forced Outcome. I use that all the time, and I use it in every single show I do. Street, stage, close-up, birthday party, all my shows I do it in, so it's a fun trick to do. And if you don't know about the trick, it's a Magic Geek instant download. It's $4.99. I think it's worth the price of a regular magic trick. I think it's worth like $15, $16. It's that good. It's a great card trick, and I do it all the time. Another one of my favorite tricks is right over here. It's the Mad Sponges. I love doing the mad sponges. It's a fun trick to do because everybody knows angry sponges, and when you start, or everybody knows, yeah, Angry Birds. And when you start doing the angry sponges trick, it is so much fun because people see these actual real life red birds and green pigs and all the other birds come out of the phone, and you pull them out and you talk about them. They love holding them in their hands and saying, "Oh my God, it's a red bird." I did the farmer's market one weekend this year, and I pulled the red bird out of the phone, and it was the girl. She was kind of like 16, 15. She was like, "Oh my God, it's a red bird!" She was all excited when I pulled that red bird out. So it's a fun trick to do. Magic Geek doesn't have them in stock right now. They might get them back in. You never know. My favorite packet trick is Mark Mason's crosswords. That's where you have the 4 cards. 2 of them say yours, 2 of them say mine. Now, I'm going to get a little confused here, but you hand the spectator yours, the ones that say yours. You keep the ones that say mine, and then you make them switch places. So they'll have yours, and you'll have theirs. They'll have yours. See, I'm getting confused. Basically, you do Doc Daly's last card trick, and then at the end, you show the cards to say mine because they're my cards, and you show them on both sides because you turn the cards over. You show them on both sides. You give it a shake, and they transform into their cards, the ones that say yours. Very fun trick, and it freaks people out because the spectators at a real-life actual story about the trick. I've had people say in the crosswords trick, "I know how that's done." And they were right. And then when I go to shake the cards from mine to yours, when I shake them and they visually transform into their cards, they're like, well, but when you did the shaking, you blew my theory out of the water. So they think they get the first part and they're right. Of course, I don't tell them they're right. And then when they go and they say, but when you shook the cards and they changed, I have no idea how that happened. So that's a great trick. You'll get a lot of good reaction out of that. Another great trick I like is Flash by Chad Long. That's a really great trick with the, it's a color-changing knives routine done with USB flash drives. And you get a nice kicker ending because at the end, the black flash drive, you can expand it so it's expandable. It's a lot of fun. And you get a lot of byplay in the audience too. And I think I like that version of the color-changing knives because nobody really carries pocket knives around with them anymore unless you're like in the woods hunting or something. And a lot of people can recognize a flash drive. When I pull out the USBs, they're like, "Oh, I know, those are flash drives." And they know them without even me taking the little caps off of them. So that's really cool. And then my last favorite trick, well, this is in, like I say, no particular order. Another trick I really love is a sponge ball trick that I saw one of my local magicians do. His name is George Wu. He did it at a magic kind of, it's a magic show that this group of magicians puts on every month. I've talked about him before, the Comedy and Magic Society. It's run by Brian Curry, Bob Sheets, Mark Phillips, and Barry Wood. And one of the guys, the close-up guys, who's a regular close-up performer, he did a sponge ball trick where it's eeny, meeny, miny. The sponge balls are named Eeny and Meeny. And then you make a third one appear, and his name's Miney. And then at the end of the trick, you say, "You have Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and there ain't no mo to this trick." So, and I do that one, and that's a lot of fun to do, too. All right, so that's Magician 101 for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to post your questions down below for next week. I'll give them an answer. And one more thing, make sure to check out the video I posted Monday night about Mark Correa's Escaping Parkinson's big cause that he is doing this summer. Check out that video, and if you can help spread the word about Escaping Parkinson's, please do it because it's going to be a great cause for Team Parkinson's, the Michael J. Fox organization for Parkinson's disease. So please check that out. Please help Mark Correa if you can. And that's Magician 101. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next Wednesday. More. Do you know how to mix up cards? You say, "You are not cards. You are not cards." You get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the kids' show birthday party. Adults love the trick too, don't get me wrong, but I think kids actually looks. It looks like you're actually taking and shuffling the cards.